Lambos, yachts, 5-star hotels, all at 20 years old. I want it too. I need to get rich now. No, what you need is a reality check, and we'll give it to you. If you're anything like any normal human being, let's say you're 25, here's what an average person your age has in savings in the United States. And if you're 40, it's this amount. Not enough for a Ferrari, is it? You might even have less than that. And keep in mind, these are US numbers. Folks in Ukraine live off of $80 a month when they're 60. When you're 25, you have barely finished college, and since high school, all you've been seeing are these gurus who seemingly earn millions of dollars per month. It seemed that study, job, save money, retire life cycle doesn't really apply to them. But it does. You just can't really see it. The main thing to know is everybody is playing the game, and if it means fooling people, some folks would do it in a flash. But the reality is that almost nobody is winning. So then, why does everybody seem so sure they're going to be the exception? There are specific reasons for this, and a lot depends on what you hear day to day. For some, it's their parents telling them to work hard and save up. For others, it's what they see and hear on social media from people like Tate.
Fucking flip the burgers, dumbass!
But in reality, it's not that easy. Most parents are not wealthy themselves. Chances are they have no clue what really works, especially now when the world changes faster than you can keep up with all of it, making their beliefs completely outdated. No longer can you buy a house for $150 and sell it for 1.5 mil, or go on a date with a crisp $5 in your pocket. Then you have gurus. They seem to have it figured out. You see the cars, the houses, everything, but go ahead and look in their bio. Chances are they're selling you some course, and if you go around trying them all, you'll waste time and probably go broke too. At this point, you're better off working at Wendy's. It is not your fault you weren't blessed with a good guide in life, but it is your fault if you keep listening to the bad ones, because chances are you have fallen into these 3 financial traps. The first one being, you have too much shit. Now, you don't have to be a frugal monster that flushes toilets once per week and never buys his girl a drink, but you certainly don't need 20 games you've played once, clothes you've never wore, food that's spoiled, and $6 matcha lattes every day. Maybe you want to look rich, and there's nothing wrong with looking good, but if you're broke, you have other things to worry about. You confuse income with wealth. Build emergency funds. Contribute to your retirement plans earlier than you think you have to. If you have enough, find something to invest into. Try building a business. Do something! But keep in mind this third reason. Social media fried your brain. Every single day you compare yourself to Nepo babies, fake gurus, OnlyFans girls, and top 0.1% of global earners. Just imagine how many fakers are out there that we now even have a new word, LARPing. All of it is a game, and some people do not give a fuck about morals. Of course, there's no real statistic of how much of it is fake, but if somebody calls themselves one of the best traders globally, why would they sell a course? Don't you smell some fish here?
Dumbass!
I mean, look at the latest trend of fake AI people in their 80s with their physical transformations that have a link in bio with their weight loss programs. In what world an 80-year-old grandma even knows what an online course is? You'd be surprised how many people go for it. These people sell attention. You're the product. You consume it, and you're the one getting the worst part of it all too. Control what you consume and do not let it influence you. Choose who to follow wisely, take examples, and do your thing. The system is built against you, not for you. Social media wants your attention. Banks want you in debt. Government wants you paying 50% taxes for who knows what. If you have any hope of getting rich, at some point, you have to spend 10 minutes with yourself. Time is the only thing you have. If you spend it on a job you hate, on things you don't need, doing what everybody else is doing, you'll end up hating your life with 40K in savings at 40 years old. No dreams, lots of responsibilities, and still dreaming about that Ferrari 296 that costs $350,000. At this point, you are not getting it. As sad as it is, it's the reality. But there's ways to prevent this. And to do this, we have to study real wealth. You might think we're going to talk about Trump, but no. His dad used a mix of gifts, trusts, loans, and ownership transfers to make Donald a millionaire at 8 years old. That's $5.7 million in today's money. We are regular people, and believe it or not, research says that the average self-made millionaire took 32 years to reach $1 million, and only 4% did it in under 27. That's years of grinding, saving up, investing. Most of the time they spent 5 or even 10 years with nothing going for them. Some lived beneath their baseline to maximize opportunity. What they usually did is build a business, reinvest the money. They had high-income careers like engineering combined with good money habits, aggressive saving, and long-term investing. Keyword, long-term. Not overnight crypto pumps on shitcoins. Real estate or other ownership is great too, but it's usually something that comes later, as a form of something we all want called passive income. But to have passive income, you have to have something that will make that income, which requires money. A lot of you just want to buy and forget, and you can do it of course, but don't expect your 5K to make you a millionaire because you bought Bitcoin on the highs, waited a year while nervously checking graphs every day. Think and have some patience. But if most aren't through lunch in a business, how do we do that? In reality, you don't need basically anything to start. Most start with near zero investments or modest self-funding. A lot take money from their parents, friends, and just take on the risk. I mean, you can start an e-commerce business focused on affiliate marketing at first, where you only spend on products and ship it to the influencers, just like Graza did. They never really had a marketing budget. Now they're worth $240 million just by selling olive oil in a squeeze bottle. You can start a service business and earn from your skills or skills of others. You don't have to have millions, you don't have to have a lot of inventory, you just have to be clever with what you have. Go find real examples, learn from them, and start your own. Don't listen to the title of this video. Listen to yourself. Think for yourself. If you do what everybody else is doing, don't be surprised if you have $40,000 in your savings when you're 40. The guys posting about their wealth on Insta, the bad economy, idiotic presidents, none of it matters. Find what you can do and do it. If you need a source to know what others do and how they do it, sign up to our free newsletter at moneymoves.news.